Before we get into this one, if you could just hit that subscribe button down below, it'd mean a massive amount to me. We've hit that big 1,000, so why can't we push for that 2,000 this year? Let's get straight into the video though. So Leeds have just played Jesse Marsch's first game in charge, and we've lost 1-0 away at Leicester. I think it sounds worse than it is. There are a lot of positives to take from that game. We had 19 shots on target, I think. I don't know whether BT were right with that. I don't know whether we had 19 shots on target or 19 shots. Either way, we made a lot of chances and we kept them to a minimum amount of chances as well. And in the end, the game was lost on an individual error. So we'll start from the start. The first half was very good, very positive. It didn't seem like we were so open as we had been under Bielsa in the previous games, but there were still signs there that there were going to be chances for Leicester in that game. Harvey Barnes, for one, kept having the beating of Dallas every time, and then early on Strauch tripped over Jamie Vardy when he was playing off his shoulder, and Jamie Vardy tried to do that all the way up until the point he got taken off. So I think we did actually control him quite well. We defended quite well. And in my previous video, which thanks for so much support on that one, it's been amazing seeing how everybody's enjoyed that and the tactical breakdown. I'll definitely be doing more videos like that in the future. But from that video, I talked about a concept that Marsch does called recover and repress, where we basically make a recovery run in and then we go again to try and win the ball back. And that was, you could see that happening today, because when they were bypassing our players, instead of going man for man and just running all the way back to our own goal and letting the man with the ball have a run, we would then recover and then go back in and try and win the ball and at least make him have to make a decision, try and go past you or play the ball. And I think it worked well. It stopped them having a clear run through our entire team like we have been recently under Bielsa. So there were positives from the game, definitely. We created the chances, we limited their chances. We just need to take ours. There was a few chances there, namely the Rafinha one where Firpo squared it across the box to him, and Schmeichel made a really good save off the line. I think Rafinha really should have scored. There was a couple where Rodrigo just lacked the composure to put it in and smacked it over the bar in the end. So although it's frustrating and it's extremely worrying because we're now getting to a point where we could drop into the relegation zone at any point, there's definitely positives to take from it, and I think that was Marsch's outlook as well. In his interviews and stuff at the end of the game, he agreed that there was definitely positives to take from it, but there was also moments where we could have done better, and it was just a case of lack of concentration for the goal. Dallas's body position was all wrong. He came out too square to Barnes, and then when Barnes had played the 1-2, he wasn't able to turn and get back in time. So if you've played amateur football to any level, like, you will learn at a training session about your body shape, and it's massively important. But if you haven't, then this is for you. So if a player is running directly at you, you do not want to be square on like I am to the camera now. What you want to do is you want to turn your body position like so to have to make them have to make a decision. So you could send Harvey Barnes down the wing by coming at him from the inside and position him like this, so he has to go that way. Or you could make him go inside by positioning him like this. I think what Dallas should have done is the first one, sent him out wide and had to make him have to make a cross that then Luke Ayling and Pascal Strike have got more of a chance of defending. So what he did was he went too square on. So then when Harvey Barnes played the 1-2, there was no way he was ever going to be able, easy for me to say, to turn round and run back and get the ball. Very good finish from Harvey Barnes in the end. He always seems to score against us. The last 4 in a row he scored against us. So yeah, it's unfortunate the way it went, but I think there is positives. To be honest, before the game I was expecting a draw, hoping for a draw really, because it would have given us something to build on against Villa and Norwich at home. However, we've lost the game. I think the principle still stands. I think Marsch has only had 4 days and he's already changed us from a man mark into a zonal system, and we look better defensively. So it's one of those things where, although we've lost, I think there are definitely positives to take from that game, and we can go into the Villa games and the Norwich games much more confident that we're not going to concede as many goals and that we're going to create chances still to score goals. So Yeah, I think there are many positives to take from that. It was very unlucky that Tyler Roberts came on and then just got injured, so we were essentially playing with 10 men. Otherwise, I think we may have been able to push a bit more for an equaliser. And I think it's no less than we deserve from the game. I think we deserved a draw. I'm not sure whether we deserved a win, but a draw I think would have been a fair result given the way we played. But like I say, it's a positive start under Marsch, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm at Elland Road on Thursday and Sunday for the Villa and Norwich game, so you may get a match day vlog from that and a bit of a reaction as well. But I think those games we're starting to look towards and think, right, we need to pick up points from these now. If we can get 6 points from those two games, and that's massive for us, given that there's a couple of teams on our tail now. Everton have got 2 or 3 games in hand on us, and Burnley have got a couple as well. So if we can get 6 points from those games, that would be absolutely huge from us. We've not seen that new manager bounce with this first game, but I think we've seen it in terms of the actual performance, the way that players were really, really playing for him. And it's positive. Well, the way he had everyone on the pitch at the end, in the circle, having a huddle and saying, look, this is positive. There's a lot of stuff that we can take from this and move into the next games, and I think that we'll beat Norwich and Villa, and we'll put ourselves into a little bit more of a secure position. So yeah, like I say, it's unfortunate that it's been a loss, but I think we played well enough to get a draw. But yeah, it's just one of those where people are going to start to panic because it's worrying where we are in the table. So I'm really hoping we can get those points on the board in the next couple of games. I think it worked well the way that we pressed. You could see what I was talking about in that last video that I talked about before, where you wanted to press high up and go directly towards the goal as much as possible. And you could see when those tackles were flying in that Marsch was on the touchline. He was clapping, he was saying, like, fist pumping. He was really getting into it and saying, like, look, you're doing exactly what I want you to do here. And then there was obviously times where that didn't work so well. But obviously he's had 4 days, and the fact that we've already changed system and we already played quite well with it is very, very positive. So if he can get into the players and have them in for the next 4 or 5 days, then hopefully we can turn it around into a 3-point result against Villa and then take that confidence into the Norwich game. So bit of a quick fire. This is my reaction to this one, and then you'll get a couple of match day vlogs next week. Thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you next time on Leeds Lately.